Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, celebrates his 41st birthday today, a moment that should have been one of unfiltered joy and reflection on an extraordinary royal journey spanning from a mischievous young prince to a decorated soldier, humanitarian, and father. Yet, instead of basking in the glow of his biggest achievements, Harry's birthday is once again marred by the shadow of Meghan Markle's influence. What could have been a celebration of his most iconic royal moments has been entangled in controversy, estrangement, and the ongoing debate over whether Harry is still the prince he once promised to be, or a man wholly under the dominance of his wife. This is not merely speculation but a reality that millions across the globe have witnessed unfold. Meghan Markle's presence in Harry's life has been nothing short of disruptive, with her actions and ambitions leaving scars on the royal institution and on Harry's once unbreakable bond with his family. As we recount Harry's 11 biggest royal moments to honor his 41st year, it is impossible to ignore how many of those triumphs have been diluted, tarnished, or outright erased under Meghan's controversial reign. Harry's birth on September 15, 1984, was hailed as a historic moment, ensuring the monarchy's line of succession was secured. From the start, Harry was the spare, but a beloved one, destined to complement his brother William with charm and charisma. Yet today, many see that same charm weaponized against his own family, molded by Meghan's narrative of victimhood and exploitation. The boy once cherished for his smile has grown into a man often perceived as bitter, angry, and alienated, all under Meghan's careful watch. At just 12 years old, Harry walked behind his mother, Princess Diana's coffin, the world watching his grief-stricken face as he symbolized the pain of a nation. That moment became an emblem of resilience. But now, many argue Meghan has cynically manipulated Harry's unresolved trauma, convincing him to wage war against the very monarchy his mother cherished despite its flaws. Instead of carrying forward Diana's legacy of compassion and unity, Harry appears consumed with division. In his youth, Harry's controversies, party nights in Las Vegas, inappropriate costumes, and fiery temper painted him as reckless. But these youthful errors endear him to the public, who admired his raw humanity. Today, however, Meghan's defenders frame Harry's past as proof that he was always troubled, while critics see her as exploiting his mistakes to isolate him from those who forgave him long ago. Harry's military service remains one of his proudest legacies. Twice he served in Afghanistan, showing courage and leadership. He became the only senior royal in modern times to face combat on the front line. Yet, critics argue Meghan has trivialized his military service, reducing him to a celebrity activist instead of the soldier prince who once inspired veterans worldwide. His dedication to Invictus Games remains admirable, but it too has been overshadowed by Meghan's relentless drive to insert herself into his achievements. What should have been the happiest day of Harry's life quickly spiraled into controversy. Meghan's arrival at St. George's Chapel was met with global fanfare, but behind palace doors, reports of arguments, tears, and a clash with Kate Middleton told another story. From that day, divisions within the family grew, and Meghan was at the center of every rift. Harry's wedding day, meant to be a triumph, became the launchpad for years of royal hostility. In January 2020, Harry and Meghan's infamous Megxit announcement shook the monarchy. Framed as a joint decision, many insiders claim it was Meghan who pushed Harry toward this reckless rupture. What followed was not liberation but isolation. Harry, stripped of his military titles, estranged from his brother, and criticized for abandoning the institution that defined him. Instead of standing as a proud royal at 41, Harry finds himself in California, detached and diminished. The 2021 Oprah interview became one of the most explosive royal moments in history. Meghan made damning accusations of racism and neglect, while Harry sat by, nodding in agreement. Critics argue this was Meghan's ultimate manipulation, using Harry's platform to legitimize her grievances while further burning bridges with his family. That night, Harry's credibility as a loyal prince was shattered. In 2021, Harry returned alone to the UK for Prince Philip's funeral. The world watched as he walked beside William, the tension palpable. What could have been a moment of healing only highlighted Meghan's absence and influence. Reports suggest Meghan advised Harry against reconciliation, framing the royal family as toxic. Harry, once the brother-in-arms, appeared a stranger in his own family. The births of Harry's children should have united the royal family in joy. Instead, Meghan's decisions such as withholding details, denying the Queen first access, and choosing names that sparked debate deepened divides. Many saw these moments not as unifying but as weapons, leveraging children in a tug-of-war for narrative control. When King Charles was crowned in 2023, Harry attended alone, seated far from his family. Meghan's absence was as loud as her presence often is. For many, it was proof of her control. She stayed behind in California, while Harry appeared isolated, reduced from royal insider to royal outcast. His diminished role contrasted starkly with William's future as king. Today, Harry's 41st birthday is not marked by grand royal fanfare, but by quiet celebrations away from the palace. Meghan's circle insists he is free and happier than ever, yet critics see a man cut off from his roots, his legacy diluted, his greatest moments eclipsed. At 41, Harry should be celebrated as a cornerstone of the monarchy. Instead, he stands as its cautionary tale. Every milestone in Harry's life tells a story of triumph, yet the last 5 years show a consistent pattern of loss of titles, loss of family unity, loss of public trust. At the center of this spiral is Meghan Markle, whose ambition, critics say, has rewritten Harry's destiny not as the people's prince, but as a pawn in her quest for celebrity power. As Harry enters his 41st year, the world wonders, is there still time for redemption? Or has Meghan's grip ensured that every future royal moment will be viewed through the lens of controversy, bitterness, and regret?